Raindrops keeps on falling on my treasure-mobile. But that doesn't matter. I'm hit by silver rush. Must be the same feeling that those brave men back in the days had when they went to Klondike and other remote places in search of gold and glory and an escape from what must have been a harsh life. But before we go hunting in the rain, I'm gonna pay a visit to a new friend of mine who's got this coin shop in Oslo, and he knows a lot about coins, and I'm gonna ask him some questions about the coin we found yesterday. And then later I'm gonna hook up with another friend and we're gonna go to the lake and find some more silver, hopefully. So this is my friend's shop. The building is from 1630. It's really nice inside. And let's check out what Kjel's got to say about what we found yesterday. But you have to say, if you want to go somewhere to learn about coins, this looks like the right place. Right, hi Kjell.
Hey, taking over.
So, it's a nice place you got here.
Yeah, it's an old merchant house from the 1630s.
Really?
Been merchants here since 1630s, so a great tradition to be here.
Cool. So I come to you because I hear that you're some kind of expert with coins.
Yeah, I've been in the coin business for some years now and collected since I was a little toddler, so a bit maybe called an expert, maybe.
Cool. So what can you tell us about the coin I found yesterday?
So this is a quite nice coin, and it's absolutely a collector value item.
Well, that's nice to hear. I thought it was rubbish, but then again, I have no experience with valuing coin, and that's what brings me here. What do you look for when you? Normally, I show my viewers this book, and you got this different kind of categories with regards to quality.
Yeah.
And I just took a guess. I thought this was a 1.
Yeah, that's American fine quality.
That's what the Americans called American fine quality.
Fine quality. United States is fine. It's 1, and it's very fine, extremely fine, almost uncirculated, and uncirculated, or mint states. And this is the lowest is very good. In Norway, we don't collect coins below very good, but in America, we collect coins in good and so forth down the range.
So, what makes this a very fine?
Well, if you look at the small branches on the side of the line, they're quite clear. And
you mean the small dots?
Oh, not the small dots, the branches of this tree.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, oak leaves.
So I'm glad to hear that my coin wasn't totally rubbish. But what separates this coin, my find, from a perfect sample that you brought with us?
Well, if you look at the oak leaves on your sample, it's a little bit
worn down,
and also in the crown above the line, you see there's the pearls. There is a little worn down, and on the perfect example, this is extremely good details.
So, what would the value of that coin be?
Oh, that's a coin we sell on auction at the moment. So I think the value will be about about $400, I think. And yours is about $50, $50 to $60.
Well, that's not bad.
Not bad for a find, and most metal detectorists don't find these coins at all.
I guess I was lucky.
Yeah, we're lucky.
And I'm going back today, even though it's raining. So do you have a special coin to show us? Like, what would be the wet dream of a detectorist to find in the forest?
Well, this is not only a wet dream for the metal detectorist, but also the collector. This is a Norwegian gold coin, and they are extremely rare.
Yeah, we don't make a lot of gold, do we?
No, very, very few. This is from the late 1669.
1669?
Yes, and it's on half ducat. It's 1.77 grams of gold, and it's worth about $40,000.
Wow!
And if you find one, you will get that $40,000 very easily.
I'll call you, and you'll buy a bottle of champagne.
Well, we can give you a cognac.
Cognac.
Yeah.
That's cool. So Kjetil, I found another one yesterday as well, but I thought I cut it in half with my grass cutter because it was grass scissor or garden scissor because it was under a big root. And this part I've been cleaning with something I just picked up at the grocery, and the other part I just rinsed in water.
Yeah.
This is what I picked up. It's called Silver Wash, and I guess it's available at most groceries. What's your opinion about treating coins in that way? Was that a stupid thing?
Yeah, it is a stupid thing. It's worse that you cut it in half, of course, because you lost $450 or something. But you see the part you wash in water. It's much, for a collector, this is a much more nice tone or color, and this is too white and too artificial color.
But does it hurt the coin?
Yeah, it does. Well, it hurt and hurt. It's hurt your value and hurt your the aesthetic appeal of the coin, of course. But many people use these kind of silver wash or something else. But you can also use just the plain water, and if you are a little patient, you can use a little lemon juice.
So your recommendation, if I read you right, is that next time I find a silver coin, I just rinse it in water, and I stop using this shit.
Yeah. And you can use dishwasher, a little bit of dishwasher soap in the water.
Very interesting, very nice guy, very knowledgeable guy. We'll see more of him as we find more interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But for now, Digging Norway is checking out of this beautiful store, and we're going hunting. Take care, Kjetil.
Bye.
Right, so we're back up at the lake. I've hooked up with Coach, my new detecting buddy. This is his finds. He's got a 1 øre, he's got 2 1 øres, but they're really worn down. Strange, because it's a freshwater lake. That's a 50 øre from the 70s, and this is a nice 5 øre, Håkon the 7th, but unfortunately it's so worn down, and we've been discussing why these copper and bronze coins have got such a beating up here, but we haven't got any clue. We decided to blame it on Chernobyl. That's his coins, an old squared nail. We believe this is an old tent plug, which, I mean, we could start a tent plug museum soon. So this is an early tent plug. What do you say, Coach?
Yeah, guess so.
And that's a Carlsberg, the traditional beer. And that's a 10 krone, and that's another 1 øre, but it's really worn down. No silver yet. Old fishing lead. We're having a break. I've learned from my mistakes. I brought myself a little plastic container to store my finds. We're having a cup of coffee and some traditional Norwegian outdoor living chocolate that people have been eating. Quick lunch. Whatever. We've been around for 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky with the weather. Not much rain, a little bit of wind. And we're gonna stick it out for another 1.5 hours, I guess, before we head back home. So we're just having a little coffee break for a change.
Cheers.
And we'll get back to you once we find something interesting. Wow, we've been fighting hard. A lot of junk. We're in the forest. Well, Coach is down by the lake. I'm more upside into the forest. I believe I've got 25 øre from Oscar II. I've never seen this coin before. I'll get back to you once it's cleaned. But I think I can see a Roman II figure there, and the lion in the middle. It doesn't look like silver, but I'll get back to you. Okay, it's pouring down. Wet, tired, hungry. No silver today. A couple of coins. I'll show it to you later. And it's time to head back. So we're back home. It's pouring down. Today's catch: a button, 3 10 crowns. They're not useful. Forget about them. And this is a nice one. That's 10 øre, 1952. Didn't get that. I didn't have that one from before. And that's the one I thought was an Oscar II. It's not. It's actually a coin from the war, 1943. What makes it special is that it's made of zinc, because they couldn't use copper or other materials, so they used iron and zinc. And then normally in terrible conditions when you find them, as this one is, So that made me confused. So here you have him. That's the 10 øre from 52, 17 million samples. Made a lot of that. And here you have what we call the occupation coins. And there is the one, the 25 øre, 1943, 14 million. So not a very special hunt. But what do you think about Kjetil? Nice guy, right? I know I called him Kjell, but his name is Kjetil. Sorry about that. We'll see more of him once we find something interesting. I'm sure we can learn a lot from him. So, dig in Norway, checking out In the Rain. Thanks for following us today, and see you next time.